everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at the new oversized collection of Milo Manara's Pandora's Eyes by Humanoids. This is co-written, I believe, by Vincenzo Cerami. This is a interesting project for Manara. It's more recent. When I was looking at it, reading it, I thought this was an older piece for a couple different reasons. One is I think the art just looks like his older art to me. Like the anatomy's not as refined, the faces are a little bit strange. Also, it's got that really flat color, which I really like the color in this book. I like how the color's handled, this desaturated flat colors. But it looks like an older piece by him. It doesn't look as refined as some of his newer pieces. The compositions and stuff are great, as always. And his women are Milo Manara women, so if you find Milo Manara women sexy, then you'll find Pandora sexy. But the other thing that, besides just the kind of rougher quality of the art, maybe he's just, as he's getting older, he's shakier or something. I've seen that happen to plenty of artists. But the other thing that's going on in here is the reproduction on the line art's just abysmal. And I'm really used to Humanoids having the highest quality production. Another thing that's kind of strange, given the muted color palette, is that it's on really glossy paper. I think these older comics with this older coloring style look quite a bit better on flat paper. But then as you go further in the book, you start to get some hints of digital coloring, which is strange to me too, given how much all the rest of the colors are flat. But then you'll get these mild gradients here in the backgrounds every now and then, or like on the clouds here. So it's a bit of a strange book in that sense. It's also, I actually like this about it, but it's strange in the sense that it's not pornographic. There's some eroticism here, it's like her butt getting jabbed. But that's about as saucy as it gets, which is strange for a Milo Manara book. It's actually, I think, noteworthy in a good way, because a lot of his stuff is a little too much for me. But when I was reading about this one, it seemed like this was a less intense pornographic book. So it is, and that's good. There's more of it's just a straightforward, not gross story here. It's a quick little drama story. I think it's too compressed in 60 pages. So really what you get is just all the major beats of what happened and all of the information need to know for the emotional impact of the characters. But I don't think you really get to spend any time with any of that information past just like boom, 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 boom. We need to get to the next bit. But it's a typically paced European kind of, I don't want to say slice of life drama, because there's a bit of a thriller aspect to it. With the kidnapping and some international travel and stuff. But, overall, it's pretty slice of life, down to earth type of story. So I really enjoyed reading it. For the most part, enjoyed the art. I think the more modern coloring moments, like here where you have this glowing police thing, look strange and really out of place. Or the gradient here looks strange and out of place to me. I think the pages that look like an old Milo Manara, where it looked like it got painted with gouache over a blue line printout or something like that. These early pages have that look to them, which is great. I don't know what's going on with the line art, because Humanoids usually has fantastic reproduction, and the line art looks abysmal in here. And given that this is a newer book, my assumption when I was looking at it was that this is older stuff and they just didn't have resources and they did a recolor job based on old scans of the artwork. But that doesn't seem to be the case, because from what I could tell, this was made in 2007. So I don't know why there wouldn't be good access to the art there. So this one's, it's hard for me to recommend. If you're a Milo Manara completist and you don't have this, definitely go out and get it. There's definitely some strangenesses as to how it's put together, like these glow effects and the production stuff I'm talking about. And then the story's good, but I don't think it's anything like overwhelming. So that's would be my recommendation for this, is like, if you're trying to get a complete Manara collection, grab this. If you like Milo Manara and you just want to grab one of his books, grab it. But standing alone on its own, I don't think it's at the price point, it's not something I'm going to say, given all the other cool stuff that I've looked at, run out and get it. But I'm not sad that I bought the book either. I'm really happy I have it. So anyways, that's Pandora's Eyes. I won't go too much into the story of this, because it's brand new out, this translation. So go get it. There's a familial story of vengeance in here a little bit. So that's what this is. If you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, there's a couple ways to support us. One is through our Patreon. There's a couple different tiers there that you can pay for different levels of interaction and content. And then the best thing you can do is support what Sean's doing with Living the Line books. So we'll take a look at a couple books that Sean has out now. The Eisner nominated The Strange Death of Alex Raymond by Dave Sim and myself. This is a gorgeously illustrated and designed book. Dave doing most of the illustration. Amazing compositions throughout. What Dave is doing is he's recording his obsession with the death of master cartoonist Alex Raymond behind the wheel of Stan Drake's car when they got into a car crash. The best description of the book that I've heard is that it's like understanding comics with pages like this, mixed with something like From Hell when you get into the theories about, you know, what actually happened with the car crash. And then with Sean on production, it's just one of the most gorgeously printed books you could get a hold of. Thanks for following along. Take it away, Jeff.
You want to see all these books? Smash that subscribe button and the like button and the bell, and then you get them.